Hashem understood that the tikkun that we do with our avodah, with our iskabrus, with our wars against our yetzer haras, that can bring Mashiach. And the pasuk says, "Evan masu abonim haisel rosh pina." The bonim, they're the overs, and also the tzaddikim of the doros, that they felt a tainug in their pleasure they felt in their avodas Hashem. Our door, it's an Evan, a leiva Evan. We don't feel, we don't have a time in our avodas Hashem. Yet we're misgaber and misgaber. And we work and we don't give up and we keep on. That is the stone that's Hoysa the Rosh Pina. That's going to be the head of the wall. That's what's going to bring Mashiach. That's the come, and according to Rabbi Yeshua Leib, so the Nechas Basach, that is what it was, gave Avram Avinu the possibility to be able to take the Haya and be Malalolo Tachas Beno. Dafke that. If not for the Nechas Basvach, it would have been a Yisr Tzedi. He couldn't have taken the Haya. The Yisr Melach of Yom Kippur would have prevented him from doing it. The Nechas Basvach is what made it be mutter. Our Nechas Basvach, and being misgaber on our Nechas Basvach, on our confusion and our feeling of helplessness, and going on anyway, that's what brings Mashiach. That's what's going to bring the carbon of the Afro Shel Yitzchak. The Targum Yonason says that when Avram Avinu was tying up Yitzchak on the Mizbeach, and he was ready, Vayikachas HaMacheles, says the Malachei HaShoros looked down, and they said, look at these two tzaddikim of the world, the Oked and the Nekad. Avram Avinu is Oked, he's tying up Yitzchak Beno, and he's not saying anything. And Yitzchak is letting himself be tied up, and he's not saying anything. Malachei HaShoros saw this happen. It says in another place in Chazal that the Malachei HaShoros were crying, and their tears fell down into the eyes of Yitzchak, and that's why Yitzchak was blind. It means Malachei HaShoros, they help, they kill the messengers of Hashem to run the world. They have tremendous power to do all kinds of shlichusim of Hashem that have to do with running the world. All of a sudden over here, it's as if they have unlimited powers. They're impressed from this. Two tzaddikim, big Moshe Nefesh for Hashem. Okay, then Nekad. To bring Moshe Nefesh to Hashem. Malachim stop and say, look at this. Look what's happening here. We can't do this avodah. All the maritzim and makdishim and mamlichim that they have, and all mekabel maleh and b'kedusha b'tar b'shir v'zimra, all that they do. But this, and just imagine the Gemara says in Chagig, it's Elef Alofim and Ribo Revolv, millions and millions. If you make the cheshbon, it's like every gedud is 1,000 times 1,000, or 10,000 times 10,000, and that's a gedud, one group. And Likdudov ain't mispar, the Gemara says. There's no number. It's believable. Millions and millions of malachim that they have tremendous kochas. All of a sudden here, they see an oked and a nekad. This they're impressed. This they never saw. This is an avodah that they can't believe there's such a thing exists. That's Avram and Yitzchak living in. That's the avodah of a person in Olam Hazeh, being misgaber under choshech. The pasuk that says the Avnei Nezer, the Shem Yishmael brings him his father. Vayaras hamokum merochik. He was rochik. Hashem took away. It's Yodua. This took away all his madrigas and all his avodah, all his strong feelings for Hashem was taken away from him, and he only felt darkness. He felt it was tremendous nisayon. Merochik it was. And still he goes ahead, this is Ratzon Hashem, this we're going to do. It doesn't make any sense. You yourself said, Yitzchak Yikari L'Chazara, and here you say, Shachtev. I'm not supposed to ask questions, Avram says to himself. And Ziyodua Rab Chaim Brisker's word, Shnei Ksuvin HaMakchishim Zeh, you don't ask any questions when you have a contradiction between two psukim. Ad sheyovo hakosu v'ashlishi v'yachriya b'neihem. Once there comes the third pasuk, then there's a midah b'Torah that now you should start understanding. Before that, don't try to understand. Don't be one of these people that they know all the answers, they know how to explain everything. Kol Zman, you have this contradiction of Yitzchak Yikari L'Chazara, and the second pasuk says, Alev Shem Lolo, don't try to understand it, just do Ratzon Hashem. Malachei Hasharis couldn't believe that such a thing exists. They feel Bene'ima, they feel the Ne'ima. Kel Baruch Ne'imos Yitenu. They feel a time in their avodah, but somebody that doesn't feel any time and doesn't understand, and he goes ahead and does it, Malachim stopped and they wondered, how could this be? We have to know. We the Nechas Basvach. We the Ayalacha. When we also, in our way, we also have a mayin, a nekude, a mashahu of this kedusha sa'akede, that we also were misgaber on our heaviness, on our laziness, on our depression. We're misgaber and we do our avodah, we learn and we daven, and we're makbi to go to a minyan, even though we feel sometimes I could daven at home, it's too hard, and we go anyway. Malachei Hasharis also stand and they look down at us, at this weak avodah that we do, that we're misgaber and we do our avodah. Malachei Hasharis also stand and they can't do that avodah. We can do it. There was a big tzaddik of the Piasnitzer Rebbe, and he was killed in the war. And he wrote a sefer Chovas HaTalmidim, and he wrote over there to Talmidim, to young Bachram, he wrote these words, Malachei Hasharis are mekana in your avodah. You should know what you are, who you are. Reb Tzadok HaKohen says, Kishem she'odom chayev lahamin b'Kadosh Baruch Hu, kach hu chayev lahamin b'atzmo. Person has to believe in Hashem, he has to also believe in himself. Every day, let's be misgaber, let's remember every day when we get up and we say Shechazar to be Nishmos. Remember, you have tremendous kochos. You don't know what you can do, what kochos you have. And remember, Malachei Hasharis is standing and looking down at you, and they're mekaning you, they're jealous that you can do this, these avodas that you can only do in Olam Hazeh and they can't do. And that's a pshat, what we asked in the beginning. Vayisha Avram esainav, vayavin ha'ayel achar. This is a new part. And the pasuk says the word achar after we start talking about the story, Vayisha Avram esainav, one thing, and then vayavin ha'ayel, and then it says achar. I mean, it's not the way the Torah talks in other places. Because here we're talking to the confused, that they don't even know where they're holding. And the acha, we're already acha, we're already in the next stage of the story. They don't even know where we're holding. And the Torah says, no, you should know it's acha. Hashem should help us. We should use our nechas basvach for the vayalei, and we should be zoche to the gula shleima, which comes b'schus of the afro shel Yitzchak. Hakrivis nafshi kamach, makriv ourselves to you, and when it should be bekarov, we should be zoche to see it.
Amen, amen. Amen, Rabbi Kaplan.